Have you ever thought about the plentiful water we disregard with every rainfall? Reflect on this. Our planet, the Earth, endows us with rainwater, a crucial element for survival, yet often overlooked. Each tiny raindrop is an untapped reservoir, forming a renewable and free resource that remains underutilized. The irony lies in our towards this potential while many parts of the world desperately with water shortages. We are so accustomed to procure water from taps, bottles or wells that the idea of using rainwater seems if we could change this perspective. What if we saw rainwater as a resource to exploit, not a nuisance to avoid, can serve multiple purposes? Collected rainwater can water our gardens, clean our cars, flush our toilets, and even be drinkable after suitable processing. Imagine the change this age-old yet sustainable this solution could bring to our modern world. It could significantly address the pressing issue of water scarcity. Therefore, revisit the question, have you ever thought about the substantial amount of water we dismiss with each rainfall? If we valued this, would water scarcity still be a concern? Did you know that by 2040, almost half of the world's population will face severe water scarcity? This is a reality for billions. Water scarcity is becoming a global crisis, touching even those regions that are developed and resource-rich. The World Resources Institute warns that countries like the US and Australia are high-risk zones for water scarcity. This isn't just an issue for the parched lands or struggling nations, it's a menacing concern for everyone. The crisis is expected to deepen due to urban sprawl, industrial growth and climate change. These factors are fraying our freshwater supplies at an alarming rate. The United Nations predicts that by 2025, 2/3 of the globe could be under water-stressed conditions. The repercussions of this crisis go beyond just a lack of drinking water. It's about scarcity of water for food cultivation, industrial use, and economic growth. This could potentially trigger societal disruptions, but not everything is grim. We hold the tools, the intellect, and the might to fight this crisis. A shift in perspective is needed towards exploring ignored resources and tapping into neglected sources. We need to think out of the box, contest conventional wisdom, and push for innovation. Let's ponder, could the solution to this crisis be right above our heads? Rainwater harvesting is not a new concept, but an ancient practice that's been forgotten. This technique, which traces back to ancient civilizations, is now gaining renewed attention. But what is it? It's the act of collecting, storing, and using rainwater for various needs. This could include gardening, flushing toilets, or even drinking with the right filtration. The advantages of this practice are numerous. Primarily, rainwater is a free and typically low-hardness water source that's devoid of most harmful chemicals. It can significantly ease the burden on our strained municipal supplies and acts as a safety net during supply disruptions. It's a sustainable practice that aids in water resource conservation. Moreover, it helps lessen the pressure by reducing stormwater, thereby preventing erosion and pollution in our waterways. This isn't a theoretical concept. It's been successfully put into practice worldwide. In Rajasthan, India, people have utilized rainwater harvesting for centuries to combat water scarcity. Similarly, in Bermuda, every home is required to have rainwater collection systems, providing much-needed fresh water for residents. In Adelaide, Australia, rainwater tanks are used in 1 in every 4 homes, proving invaluable during times of drought. These examples reveal the untapped potential of rainwater harvesting. It's a simple yet powerful solution to our burgeoning water crisis. But here's the question. Rainwater harvesting is a simple yet powerful solution, but why isn't it mandatory? In the UK, we face our own set of water problems. Despite being known for its rain, the nation struggles with water scarcity and waste. Picture an environment where each building employs rainwater harvesting, significantly reducing our water-related issues. Flooding, common in many parts, could be managed effectively. Collection and storage of rainwater during heavy rainfall instrumental during droughts, lessening our reliance on mains water and mitigating pressure on resources. We often misuse clean treated water for chores that could easily use rainwater, such as flushing toilets and watering gardens. Why not employ collected rainwater for these tasks? This simple switch could drastically reduce water wastage, simultaneously saving money and preserving this precious resource. Rainwater harvesting, an optional practice, holds immense potential to be a sustainable solution for our water problems. We have the rain, the technology, and the need. Its advantages are clear and its potential impact is vast. Yet, it's a missed opportunity as it's not mandatory, and we fail to seize this chance to effect a substantial positive shift in our water management. The potential change is enormous. Isn't it high time we made rainwater harvesting mandatory in the UK? Let's transform our abundant rainfall from a problem into a solution and secure a sustainable water future for our water crisis is real, and the solution surprisingly simple. The key is the ancient technique of rainwater harvesting, which we've dismissed in recent times. It's high time to realize its potential and bring it back into practice. It's much more than collecting rain. It's a step towards sustainability, conserving water, and guaranteeing a secure future for our planet. Imagine the UK harnessing rainwater. The results would be astonishing. Billions of litres of water each year, reduced reliance on water systems, decreased water bills, and a more sustainable environment. It's about setting an example, encouraging others to follow. But why isn't it mandatory in the UK? The UK has been a front-runner in environmental ventures. Making rainwater harvesting compulsory could be our next stride in battling water scarcity globally. Certainly there will be obstacles, but aren't they worth tackling for our planet's sake? It commences with us, with consciousness, with advocating for amendments, with action. But the message is clear. We need to fight for our planet's future. The change begins with us. We need to raise our voices and demand mandatory rainwater harvesting. Join the movement, raise your voice, and let's demand mandatory rainwater harvesting. After all, every drop counts.